Did you know that the internet in Tobago is dependent on one cable? I knew this. And I always tell my students, hey, if that cable break, Tobago will have zero internet. What I didn't know is that every single company in Tobago depends on that fiber optic cable as in Toco, which is crazy. So, chairman of the Tobago
was going through it this week, boy. Anyway, go ahead.
We'll talk about the shark after. We're coming there. The chairman of the Tobago arm of the TT Chamber of Industry and Commerce, Curtis Williams, is calling for measures to be put in place to prevent the reoccurrence of Tuesday's incident in which a telecommunications outage caused the island to be completely cut off. A bushfire in Toco at around 4 p.m. on Tuesday resulted in the fiber optic link between Tobago and Trinidad to be broken for 8 hours. This caused disruption of the island's mobile telephone, internet, cable, as well as commercial transactions involving debit and credit cards and the withdrawal of cash from ATM bank machines. Also degraded was the island's emergency management service. Now, I'm gonna tell you that I knew that this was a possibility all the time. Simply because there is a website called Submarine Cable Map, right? You should know about it. I guess you know about it, right?
Oh, I'm selling it. Yeah, I'm selling it.
Yeah. So Submarine Cable Map, right? So I'll go and share the link now. So if we were to zoom in on Trinidad and we just decide, all right, cool, let's go Trinidad and Tobago. Right. There is, right. So you see this cable here, this TT-1 cable, that is linked to Pigeon Point. That's going from Pigeon Point to Toco. I don't know if you've seen it clearly, but yeah, Pigeon Point to Toco. Yeah. There is another one I know that is at Rockley Bay. That is Deep Blue 1. Deep Blue 1 is owned by Digicel. And the TT-1 is owned by TSTT, I believe. Well, Cable and Wireless. If I click the link, you'll see it on your right hand side. If only clicking would work. Click. Yeah, it's owned by TSTT, Cable and Wireless. Yeah, Liberty Connect. Yeah. So, the one that is owned by TSTT is the one that went down. And the one that's owned by Digicel, apparently that one's still working. However, it says that services from both B-Mobile and Digicel were impacted, while businesses were unable to accept card payments and point of sales and what's that. And here's what them say. This one was the worst. Nothing worked. We heard about TSTT doing redundancy, but where's the redundancy? Williams asked, adding, the whole of Tobago was held captive. Criminals could have wreaked havoc on the island and nobody does anything to save anybody. More than cry and go in your corner. In January 2023, former CEO of Telecommunications, TSTT, Lisa Agard, announced a major investment and fiber rollout across Tobago. Agard said her company had recently approved the investment of more than $120 million for accelerated deployment of fiber infrastructure. Blah, blah, blah. Basically, we're in 2024 and there is one cable connecting Trinidad to Tobago. And if that cable were to get damaged in any way at all, Tobago will have zero communication with the outside world.
Yeah, so I mean,
how?
The first part of it is, that same thing that Lisa Agard would have mentioned last year, January, that over the next 18 months, they would have been working on it, 120 million, kind of account for what was done so far. Let me see where the money went.
Well, okay, it's one thing to do the fiber infrastructure on the island, right? Inside the island and run it, underground or wherever, so that the island gets internet once it reaches there. But you don't think, right? You don't think that making sure that your one pipeline to the internet is like redundant or secure or something like that? I remember like when one of the fiber optic cables to Trinidad broke, the internet was dying, but we still had the internet because it had the other cable that was run through Curacao. I think the one from Curacao broke, but we were using the one that was running up the islands or something like that. But I don't know who has to make the decision, but if you are a tourist in Tobago and you come to Tobago and you try to use your credit card and they tell you, yeah, we do have internet because our fiber optic cable is down right now to the motherland. I'm not going back to Tobago. What are you going to do? Pay with cash?
And how you get any cash? Go to
You
ATM?
you can't go to the ATM. Yeah. This is a technological catastrophe to me. Like, by now there should be some way to ensure. Even they have some sort of satellite communication. I don't know. It doesn't have to be a fiber optic cable that run under the sea, but everybody getting shut down by. And what the digital cable doing? The other cable. I don't know what our cable is doing at this point in time. The other one that's deep blue one that run into Guyana, Suriname, and French Guyana, and Tobago and Trinidad.
Yeah, I mean, we generally are reactive kind of society or whatever, So hopefully this is the thing that will kind of spur people into action and actually look into redundancy, some type of redundancy, rather than, and I mean, I don't know, boys. So there's supposed to be something, that is part of your whole disaster recovery and preventative measure, not just this one particular issue, but a lot of other things, even the topic we was talking about before. Right now, we're being reactive in terms of that, and I don't know, maybe something else had happened. It had hit somebody close to home or something, because a lot of the issues, I personally think a lot of the issues we just face on a day-to-day basis, or whatever does be, because we're reactive and we're not being proactive in terms of putting certain measures in place. So sometimes it's real simple fixes or best practice or whatever. But I don't know.
It's supposed to have a business continuity plan for that, to be honest. And it has a data center there in Tobago, so it's supposed to have like some type of TTIX or something with all these networks, pairing together to have some type of redundancy or something at all. Even if they use Starlink or something, You need to have some type of business continuity, because just because I go on long doesn't mean everything go on. Have new internet. That's insane.
I know it costs him plenty money to run a fiber optic cable, right? That's for sure. Like, to run a fiber underwater, I think the length of the current one is 48 kilometers. And of course, running them along the same route ain't really make sense. So you had to run it across a different route to make sure that it's not going to be redundant. But Toko is basically the only place that you will be able to put it that will be close enough to Tobago, because you can't run it from Port of Spain because you'll be putting yourself too high of a cost. But even maybe you could get Grenada to connect to Tobago. Nah, that's too much. That's too far still.
They could take one of the Americas 2, or a cross connect for one of them. Eastern Caribbean, and then have Southern Caribbean fiber.
Yeah, they could. The Americas 2 running right there. Like, if you watch it.
Yeah,
the Americas 2 right above it. They could make a call and say, guys, Americas 2 connects to Trinidad. Whoever is that is run by AT&T, CanTV, T-Mobile. Yeah, it's one of the Americas. But we got it to Trinidad. It would be wise if you get a connection from the Americas 2, which is connecting to Curacao, St. Lucia, Dominica, Montserrat, British Virgin Islands. So there's some sort of precedent, some sort of CARICOM sort of thingy that's going on there. I think it would be in our best interest to have a second cable, other than the digital one that's there, which obviously wasn't able to do it. I don't know if that one active, the one that connecting to Rockley Bay, I think. I mean, it's there, but I don't know if it's a part of the network or if Digicel, because it just got put in 2024 April. Well, according to the thing, yeah. So 2024 April is when it was commissioned or whatever it is. So maybe there is a second one, but it's just not active yet. Wherever the case is, Tobago can't be dependent on one internet cable in 2024. Have you ever tried to order something online using a Visa debit card but you can't? Is shopping online something you always do already using a Skybox, but sometimes you need advice on knowing what to buy or what will work? I'm Mr. Charles from makeITsimpleTT, and we aim to make technologies that solve problems in a Caribbean context. So we created Order It. What is it, you ask? What is Order It? It's an app and a website that helps you order it in two ways. The first way is if you already order things online. You're familiar with using a Skybox, you're familiar with using a credit card, but sometimes you don't always have answers to certain questions, like which laptops will get a warranty in Trinidad, which phones will work on the Digicel network or the mobile network. So our app helps you order it. Every product that we list in the app, we will let you know the truth based on the experience of 20 years of ordering things online and using various Skyboxes in Trinidad and Tobago. So here are some of the questions that the app answers for you based on the products that we list. What are the taxes? Why does it cost so much when I actually get it? What is dimensional weight? All these questions and more, we answer in the app because we want to help you order it. All you have to do is simply pick from our list of recommended items that we know and trust because we've ordered it already. Follow through the payment process, we'll order it, and we can even have it delivered to you. So why don't you give it a try? Search for Order It by makeITsimpleTT in the App Store or the Google Play Store, or you can even go online to orderit.makeITsimpleTT.com and check and see if we could answer some of your questions and help you in the process of ordering